Welcome to Shri Management channel. Today I'm going to show you how to correct a tax challan. Because most of the times when we are filing challans, it so happens that we by mistake we'll enter some incorrect details, and it will be really a problem because we would have already made the payment. So let's see how to correct a tax challan and what are the rules around that. So I have logged into my own income tax web portal. So here, if you go into services, you would see here an entry for tax challan and correction. So this is the place where you need to go in order to correct a tax challan. So it will show if there was no correction submitted already. So here, let me create a new correction request. That means you need to create a new correction request in case if you want to correct an already paid tax challan. So here you see challans pertaining to assessment year 2021, 2020, 2021 onwards are only available for correction. That means whatever challans we have filed after that assessment year, let's say for assessment year 2021, 22, or even the later years are available for correction. And in case if you have to correct some tax challan which was pertaining to the years before that, you need to approach the jurisdictional assessment officer. Those are not available to correct online. So the options we have are changing of the assessment year and change in the applicable tax head, and then change in the type of payment if it's a minor head. So there were certain details which are provided here. You can do a challan correction request only for minor heads, for example, advanced tax challans, self-assessment tax challans, or demand payment in case if the tax challan is paid for regular assessment. So those things can be corrected. And then you can also do a correction for minor heads 100, 300, and 400. But for that, you need to submit the tax collection request to the jurisdictional assessment office. So there are certain dates which has been given here. Challan correction request can be submitted within 7 days of tax challan deposit date in case of assessment year. And in case of minor major head tax applicable, this can be corrected within 30 days of challan payment. So these are the steps we need to follow. There is a step-by-step activity provided on the top. So your first step is to select the attributes which you need to correct in the tax challan. Then the system will automatically help us to identify the challan in case the challan is already available. Then you can do an updation or a correction in step 3. And finally, the requested challan can be corrected and submitted. So here I'm selecting everything for the purpose of the video. But in case if you're correcting any of these specific things, you can select only the specific checkbox. Most of the times what I have observed is we will file an incorrect assessment year or the major head, which causes problem in our S challan to be used in the final payment of ITR return. So when you select that, you can click on continue. It will ask what we want to correct. So basically, when we have to pick up challan, the system has to pick up the challan from the database. For that, we need to enter the assessment year for which we have created the challan earlier, or the challan identification number. Challan identification number is available in the challan itself. So once you have already paid, you can download and keep that challan. The challan identification number is already available in that. So either you can enter the assessment number here. So if you see, we can correct only the challans which are available from the year 2020-21 till now. So you can select any of those assessment years for which you want to make correction, or you can enter the challan identification number. So once whatever challan you want to correct, you can look at it. Challan identification number is available on the challan itself, on the PDF copy, whatever you downloaded from previously from the website, that you can enter here. So for the purpose of this example, I'm just selecting an assessment here and trying to click on continue. So here, in case if there was any unconsumed challan available to you, it will be shown here. For my case, I do not have any unconsumed challan for the selected assessment here. That's why it is not showing here. But for example, in your case, if there were a challan which is unconsumed, that means that we are trying to correct it within 7 days from the previous payment. It will show up here. You can correct the assessment here or the major head or the other details. Click on submit. It will go for a verification. And then once the correction is submitted, you can get the corrected challan request. This is very useful so that you can correct the challan request and then you can use it during the ITR file payment. So always remember that it is only the unconsumed challan details which were available here can be used for correction. That can be corrected and reused for the purpose of filing ITR. Thank you so much. In case if you have liked the video, please do hit a like button and encourage the YouTuber. Thank you so much.